the Trading Post for a Wednesday. Time now for the Community Foundation, and Brian Johnson joins us. Good morning.
Good morning, Randy.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
Good.
Looking a little overcast.
A little overcast. Hopefully,
I maybe got sprinkled on a couple of
I was
times.
going to say, hopefully we
down
get this
here.
done before it starts raining, so
Yeah.
you can make it back without
no, I won't
swimming.
melt. I won't melt. So
We have to
we're
get
safe
the
on that.
Get the rubber ducky out
Yeah.
and float.
Something like that. So, well, hey, we got a lot of things going on. We have a guest we're going to have on here. in a
I see
minute.
that. I
So
see that.
we'll have fun with that.
Yes.
But, have a lot of things going on at the foundation.
You've
So
been
we're gonna
busy
talk
this
about
last
some of
month.
We've been a little busy. So, one thing that I wanted to throw out there is if you want to hear some updates on what the foundation is doing, sign up for our newsletter.
It's always a good way to
It
find
is
out.
a good way to find out what's going on. We'll always have some information about recent grants or happenings or what's going on around the foundation world. So if you're looking for grants, looking for scholarships, looking to see what the foundation has been up to over the past month, sign up for that. NICF.org. There's a spot towards the bottom of the page where you can sign up for the newsletter.
Cool.
See all kinds of fun things.
Yes.
We've been trying to get out and show off some of the projects and talk a little bit about what's going on. So, talking about showing off projects,
Yes.
I gotta make sure I pronounce this right. Party.
Party.
Party. P-A-W. You're gonna party with the animals.
Nothing like the animals, right?
Nothing like the animals. So I keep saying every time I hear that, I hear a certain song playing in my head. So I'm trying to convince Todd that maybe bringing back vinyl can have that. But he said he doesn't have that on vinyl.
No,
So
it doesn't. We're going to have to find it anyways.
we might have to find that. So.
I might.
So we're going to have a party at the Animal Center. We've been able to help Grant to support that organization in the past, and they do an amazing job. You go out there and you find animals that it's hard to not bring them home. I've got two at my house that are alumni from the Animal Center. They do a great job of matching families up with animals and getting them adopted and finding great homes. I have some friends a couple weeks ago that adopted a dog. I met him the other day, and his dad said he's not spoiled or anything.
No.
But just a great fit for the family. So we're going to be out there on June 18th.
Okay.
So mark your calendar, June 18th from 3 to 6 p.m. We'll probably have some refreshments if you're interested in seeing an animal. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to adopt something out that day. Got a great facility out there. You can bring family members out and meet them out in an open space. When we've adopted, we've always had a time for a meet and greet, so you can find out if you have current pets, you can find out if they get along with those pets. But really appreciate everything the Animal Center does to help find and make matches for families. So again, that'll be June 18th from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Fulton County Animal Center. We'll look forward to seeing folks. You can always look online. One of my favorite things, and probably something that gets me in trouble, is looking at the Facebook page. The Animal Center always has a good write-up about adoptable animals. Rumor has it they may be full right now, so now would be a great time to adopt. Great time for that puppy or kitty to spend some time outside.
Well, especially as kids are getting out of school here in the next day or so they got to have something to do this summer, right?
Yes, keep us out of trouble.
Yes,
so,
give them chores to do.
So, but we'll be sharing some information. Of course, we've been able to support the Animal Center as they move to their new location, and I say new location, that was 2012, so they've been out there for a while, but new location, new building, new fence, some of the programs they've got going on out there. You think about things like adoptions, and when you adopt an animal, it's fixed and it has a lot of its first basic shots, and they've been able to provide some veterinary services and spay and neuter programs and just a number of services for our community that we're so fortunate to have. So again, June 18th, 3 to 6 p.m. Come out, meet some cute puppies, meet some cute kittens, maybe take one home.
Maybe
Convince a friend to take one home with you.
empty out the shelter.
Empty out the shelter. That's our goal. So make some matches. So we're looking forward to that. A couple other grants that we've been able to provide over the past month. We have a couple of funds. The Kewanee Union Township Endowment Fund provides support for grants specifically in the Kewanee area and Union Township. We're able to provide two. One for the Kewanee Union Township Public Library for their summer reading program. $1,200 to help them purchase some books. If you're in that area and looking for something fun to do this summer, get signed up for the reading program. These are books that students can actually take home with them, and they're their own books.
Awesome.
So each week students get those books, get to participate in the program, have some fun, earn some rewards, be part of some fun summer programs. So appreciative of the Kewanee Union Township Public Library and all the activities they provide for the community. Another one that's coming up this fall, the Kewanee Fall Festival.
It's always a fun time.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Always fun.
So looking forward to that. Provide a $1,300 grant for the Kewanee Fall Festival to help support the festival. All the great activities. If you've never been, I encourage you to go check out what's going on. They do some pretty amazing things. Keep it economical so the families can enjoy that and really have a great time out in the community. Another fund, similar, the Liberty Township Endowment Fund provides grants for the Liberty Township Fulton area. Had a couple of grants, one for the Liberty Lions for $1,000, helping with some park upkeep and maintenance around the community building in that area. They've got a really cool park. Added some playground equipment.
Cool.
I had the chance to experience some playground equipment this past month. Newsletter. So if you're curious about what kind of fun we had in the Fulton Park, you may check that out. But a really great space there. And then also the Fulton Athletic League received a grant for $1,500 to help with some field upgrades. Some things, they're working on some batting cages and some different projects around the fields. Right now is one of my favorite times of year. It's the Little League baseball and softball.
Oh yeah.
Nothing better than going out on an evening and watching some kids have fun. So we appreciate all the folks that offer their time and talents to be able to make things like Little League athletics possible. So excited to be able to help those 4 projects in those communities. So all right, so we're through our intro here. We have a guest with us.
We do.
We have with us today Julie Schambarger,
A well-known guest.
well-known
Good
guest,
morning.
representing the Times Theater. So, on the chance that somebody out there is listening and has no idea what the Times Theater is,
They must be new to the community.
they must be new to the community because there's a big electric sign out front, the marquee. But tell us, Julie, a little bit about the Times Theater. What goes on at the theater? What is the Times Theater?
Okay, I've been awfully sentimental this week and looking at some cool memories popped up. We changed the marquee about 2.5 years ago in its total disrepair and said live music, movies, and community events. That was our vision and it has come to life. And 25,000 visitors later, almost two and a half years.
So say that number again.
25,000
Okay.
visitors.
It's a lot of people through the door.
Lots of movies, lots of field trips.
Lots of popcorn.
Lots of popcorn. Okay, last count. You know I count.
Yeah.
850 pounds of popcorn.
Okay.
Indiana grown.
Okay.
We absolutely love it. We love seeing Main Street packed with cars. We love the off days that no one knows about, like a preschool field trip, and they're just having a blast. If they were naughty the time before, they have to watch VeggieTales this time, and we just have.
Now I have a song run through my head.
Exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some of our favorite days people don't even know about.
Yeah.
So, newsletter. You made me take a note. We have a new newsletter, so get on our website as well. Sign up for that. We host Special Olympians, seniors, kids movies. We're working with RTC on some gaming ideas. We are at the point in our project, the future is so bright we can't stand it. It's like so many ideas.
Yeah.
And that, back to funding and all the boring stuff, but very important.
Well, I'm looking at a card that says
Yes.
summer schedule. Maybe give us some of the highlights of what's coming up? Looks like there's a little bit of everything on
There
here.
is. Senior movie days. We're going to do Best Man of Grass Creek. We've lined up some free kids movie days with the Parks Department. We're hoping they get done at 12:30. They can come catch a movie at 2. Legends of Las Vegas. This guy is amazing. He does Dean Martin, Elvis, Neil Diamond, stand-up comedy. Expect some really bad dad jokes. We've been looking for that niche for a long time. So excited for that. The big boy on there is Spirit Lake Music Jamboree. I wear many hats in the community. One of them is with the Rochester Downtown Partnership, and in collaboration with the Times, we're doing free music all day, dinner in the streets, some food trucks, local restaurants will come serve you on Main. It's going to be a big one, and it'll be one of our biggest fundraisers of the year.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful, and we're debuting some. If you've been to the theater, you know we love our art, and Jim Scott loves us, and Angie keeps them going, and we just
Pretty cool
have
art on the walls.
Yeah, we'll be debuting some incredible art at that show as well.
Yeah.
And there'll be limited edition prints, all sorts of stuff.
When's that?
July 19th.
Okay.
It's the last night of the fair, but it'll be right in front of the theater. We're going to close down the street.
Perfect.
It's going to be pretty
Block party,
fantastic.
it sounds
A block
like.
party, but a block
Yeah.
community party.
Yeah,
So,
that'll be fun. Well, I also see something on here called Red Revolution.
yes, Taylor.
Coming
Swift,
back.
Yes. Sold out show. Such a fun event last year. We had face painting, hot dog cart. A lot of kids got to see their first concert. And the performers said, watch them, because the first 2 songs, they honestly don't know what to do with themselves. And then look out.
It's a party at the Times.
It's a party. And one of the first shows where it was multi-generational. It was so moving because it was grandmas, moms, kids. Something everyone can do. And the band is just amazing. They came down. They'll do photo ops with them. It's at the heart of what we're doing there. So it's pretty cool.
So you've already had a pretty good group of bands play this year. Maybe give an overview of some of the bands that have played at the theater already this year.
The last one was Bonfire, AC/DC tribute band, and I can't emphasize enough, these are not cover bands. These are these are shows, an experience. We have, those guys went on to actual AC/DC played at Soldier Field this Saturday. I was there. But they got to play that day with them, and they played the Cubby Bear the night before, which is such an honor.
Wow.
That's how,
Okay.
and we had a band. I think the sleeper of the schedule last winter was grunge. People were stunned.
Yeah.
But we're, classic rock is winning, by the way.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, it's
And-
pretty awesome to see
Oh, yeah.
the level of bands. And
The Zeppelin show, people
Yeah.
are still talking about. Echoes of Pompeii is
Yeah.
coming back November 29th. It's sold out twice. It's the Pink Floyd show. They're going to come yearly, but
Greggy and the Jets coming
yeah.
back.
He's awesome.
That's a
We
popular
messed
one.
up last year. We put him on the same day as opening of the lake.
Ah.
And, he had a huge crowd
Right.
anyway, but come see that. It's kind
He's
of shocking.
entertaining,
He
yeah.
will transport you.
Yeah.
They're so good.
you don't, when you're there experiencing it, you don't think this is not the original band.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is a
you-
huge thing. It feels like you're at that concert.
Absolutely.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And for those of us that were at a lot of them, and sometimes it's better because these people are serious
Yeah.
fans.
Right.
Yeah.
Jump, the Van Halen show. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get them back, but they just went west, and California loves them. There's
Okay.
like 5,000-6,000 people
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
we're working on it.
Well, maybe talk a little bit. I know one thing you track is where the people come from to see these shows. So there's a lot from our community, but there's also
58% come
those.
from outside the area.
Wow.
We get a lot of Fort Wayne, a lot of Warsaw,
okay.
a lot of Plymouth, in the area, like the region up there. Lots of
Okay.
Chesterton. You know, we are, if you look at Fulton County, we are so positioned to pull. If you pull from 40 miles,
Yeah.
holy cow, that the multiplier there
Yeah.
is pretty. And how easy is it? Free parking, usually $20-25 ticket. You get blown away by the shows. The level of performance is just amazing, and you get to get home in 20 minutes. Or 45.
Yeah, at the
I've
most.
been stuck in a parking garage longer than that
Right.
at a show. So
And there's not a bad seat in the house.
there really isn't. And lots of legroom.
Yeah.
And we love our movies too. You know, they come see them. They're usually classics, but live music is definitely the driver behind the business. We have to pay our bills.
Yeah.
And we are all huge music fans, so it works right in. And that's what the building is built for too.
Yeah. And if I'm listening and want to know more about this schedule, where do I find that? You guys have an awesome website. Tell
Yes,
us a little bit about
Facebook is more accurate than, I shouldn't say that, but website's accurate. It just,
Okay.
it gets updated after we do Facebook. So
Okay.
get on Facebook, double check us on the website. I'm going to get an intern this summer, and then website. You got to remember, we're 1.5 employees, and the rest are volunteers, so we try real hard. But there's always a list of things to do.
So if I want to buy tickets for a show, I can do that on the website?
Yep,
Check
Yep.
it out?
yep.
Okay.
And that's also fed on Facebook as well. And then
Okay.
we open the ticket booth most Wednesdays, 11 to 1.
Okay. Well, fun. There's great listing on there to encourage you to check it out. And like Julie said, you'll be blown away with the level. The first band that I saw there was the Southern Comfort.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It kind of felt like I was at a Tom Petty
It messes with
concert.
you.
I was a little bit concerned there for a moment because it felt like I was
They're
there.
good.
Looked like
I mean,
him, sounded like him.
And I mean it, they study those albums.
Yeah.
They know what, I mean, they have it down.
Well, they also bring light shows and
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
things. I mean, it's just not, they just don't stand up there and play. I mean, they're
Oh
performing.
yeah, we have laser
Yeah.
shows. We've
It's-
set off the fire alarm a couple times. We've turned the corner. TJ, if you're listening, thank you. I always tell you that, but the fire department is wonderful. This community is wonderful. Like
Yeah.
when we need something or we need,
Yeah.
to figure out something,
Yeah.
count our blessings. We can knock on the door at a local fire department and it's not, Chicago or somewhere where you're going to
Yeah.
get fined or,
Yes.
people,
Yep.
it's pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Well, talking about some needs.
Yes.
It costs money to run a theater.
It does, and I've been-
takes people and it takes time and it takes talent and there are expenses. So tell us a little bit. If somebody's listening and says, "Hey, I'm interested in helping support the theater," what are some of the needs that you're looking for?
I've been reminding everyone, and including myself, like when we opened, we had $1,400 in the bank and a broken furnace. And
Okay.
that opening weekend, people are like, "It's kind of cold in here." I'm like, "Really?" Well, like, "Oh, I'll check." We have been that scrappy since the get-go, and donations are pretty steady. Always know you can make a difference from a $50 one time. I've got, a list. We call it Cindy's list. Opening acts, we get starving musicians in here to give them a shot at that stage. We pay them $150, $200. You can sponsor that. We have to feed the bands. Reach out if you want to help pay for that, or maybe you
Yeah.
cook a mean lasagna. Sponsorships, movies, live music. Maybe you want to make sure kids get free popcorn. Like, we fit every budget. We had a watch Facebook later today. We had a pretty magical moment happen last week. We're getting ready to do a press release on it. Talk to us. We have $500 projects. We have $50,000 projects, and we're always prepared to talk about it. And we had an amazing, angel donor pop up last week. And you think the theater's cool now? Just wait. And
More details to come.
more
on this is what it
details
sounds
to
like she
come,
said.
but stage and sound is going next level.
Wow.
And to speak to our project, it's happening because of them and believing in us, but also because of a network of people we've built from the get-go, including RTC, Clifford Signs, my poor husband. He's part of my negotiations. I'll make Mark do it.
Yeah.
But anytime you do a project, you build and rely on each other and hopefully make the right decisions, because we needed them last week and they came through, and Rochester's going to get something pretty cool because of it.
Awesome.
Just put in that plug also, organizations always need funding to help with operations.
Oh yeah,
too.
and grants, like we're in the running for some big ones, but in grant world, people money is hard. Like it just is. It's not an insult. It's just the way the world works. So we need money. Our overhead's $4,500 a month, and we're very frugal, and that's before we pay anyone. So if it's in you, like right now, we're trying to raise $75,000 in June and July. That's kind of our housekeeping, maintenance, doing our needed work. We are approaching 70% there.
Wow.
So we're on
awesome.
a good run. We've had donors from 500 to 25 plus. So.
You also mentioned volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's listening and says, "Hey, I want to volunteer to be a part of this.
Yes.
Help out. How do I do that?"
Well, message us on Facebook. I'm the one that answers typically. I'm ready to take on, if you're brave enough, and like an intern situation to help with like our ticket site, Facebook, all that. Like this week, I have to do a press release, write a grant I'm behind on, catch up on Facebook, get Eventbrite going. Like there's so much to do. When we're not at the theater, it doesn't mean we're not doing anything. And message us there. We could use a couple concession volunteers, and door greeting is so important.
Okay.
So this would be a good time to reach out and get everyone ready for the busy fall season.
And get to help out a really cool project. It just takes so many people.
Yeah.
You think about the theater, the vision that has come out of this. It's really cool to see, and pretty amazing when you say you're 2.5 years old, open,
Yeah.
and what has already happened, and the level of entertainment that we have right here, about 2 blocks from where we're physically standing right now.
The bonfire show, the AC/DC show, that brought another level of people that had never been there. Like it was their first time, which was nice. I love that.
Yeah.
And they kind of apologized, like we had no idea, because you get it in your head. Oh, it's a cover band. Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come see it.
Yeah.
What you won't regret it. It's
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
speaking of volunteers, I just want to say something about our group. They should all look familiar to you. They're amazing, and we've got the same ones like since we opened, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's part of why you don't see us ask for more. Sometimes I can't get rid of these guys. One of them's my stepfather. But yes,
Yeah.
we need 3
Well, I
or
think
4
that's
more.
probably a sign that they're enjoying it too. So you're gonna have a good time if you
You
get
get a good
involved with
seat.
the organization. Yeah.
Because we're really busy in the
There you go.
beginning, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. We're speaking with Julie Schambarger, who's the executive director of the Times Theater. We appreciate all you and your organization does for our community. Anything you want to share with us as we wrap up about the theater, or put in a plug for any shows, or
just come
anything?
see it. Come see the Vegas show. It's going to be good. It's like vintage Vegas, smoky cigar bar. And then, not on the schedule, but an updated one online, we have a wonderful yacht rock show coming.
Oh.
July 12th,
Okay.
and it's called Thurston Howe. I love it. I'm like, please tell me SS Minnow's coming. But that again is a East Coast network deal. They had an opening, and we made it work. So
Cool.
Yeah.
we love the network, and as it. And
Yeah.
thank you to the Community Foundation for poor Brian. He gets phone calls from me all the time. Guess what? Or he gets all the
I have an
good news.
idea.
Well,
I
he
have
gets
an
all the
idea.
good news too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And good, bad, and anything in between.
Well, it's pretty cool to see how the organization has grown, and if you drive down Main Street on a night of an event, good luck finding a parking place. It's a great problem to have. Restaurants have space until they're full.
Yeah.
Usually they fill up on those evenings. So an organization really impacting our whole downtown, and it's really cool to see that and something to be proud of. The folks, thanks to all the folks that have gotten involved over the years and continue to stay involved and provide awesome entertainment for our community. So if you like music, if you like movies, check out the Times.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Well, Julie, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very
Again,
much.
give us the website and the Facebook and contact information if somebody's out there listening and says, I just have to know more about the theater.
Absolutely. TheTimesTheater.com will get your website. That's it. The Times
And I can
Theater
buy my tickets
is,
there.
Yep.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Steve's been really developing our YouTube page. But
Okay.
The Times Theater, and and Instagram too. We're doing a weekly schedule at the Shopper's Guide. Join our email list, and that is on our website. It'll say contact us or something. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy to find. And we're excited about that. We doubled subscribers pretty quickly, so be one of them.
Yeah, I get
Please.
that. I get information about it. I get to see what's going on. So, well, thank you, Julie, to you and all the folks that are involved with the Times Theater. We appreciate all the efforts that you and your group put in to provide these awesome entertainment opportunities. So, just a quick reminder, if you want to come out and see something else related to animals, if you like cute furry animals with tails, the danger is we're not responsible if you accidentally take something home from the Animal Center. But June 18th from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Fulton County Animal Center, we'll be hanging out there, have some refreshments, learn a little bit about the grants Foundation has provided, and maybe take home a furry friend, meet
There
a
you
furry
go.
friend.
Check out the Pet of the Week on the
There
marquee
you go.
every week.
There
Hey,
you go.
good plug. So I see that every week as I drive by. Well, if you have questions, anything we've talked about, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can find us online, nicf.org. Like us on Facebook, Northern Indiana Community Foundation. Give us a call, 574-224-3223, or stop by our office at 227 East 9th Street. I almost got the address wrong.
Almost.
227 East 9th Street. We'd love to talk to you about any ideas or questions you have for the community.
All right, Brian, Julie, thank you very much. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for having us.
That's going to do it for the Community Foundation and the Giant FM Morning Show.